Here we have the Triumph Daytona 675. Look at those brakes, look how big they are. You've got some bloody stopping power on this thing. Racing rear sets, 2 brother exhausts. That's quite nice. That gives some nice loud bangs and pops as you slow down. Other than that, the bike's pretty stock. You've got lightness of a 600, power of 1000. This is probably the best combination for a road going sports bike, and that's pretty much the aim of Triumph when they build these things. Ample amounts of torque, so you can just power out of those corners. Really good fun bike to ride. Let's have a listen to her. Let's go for a ride. So what can I tell you about the Daytona? Well, apart from the amazing handling, look at this. Woo! And it feels so good in them corners too. It doesn't wobble around, you know what it's going to do. Fills you with loads of confidence. It's actually really comfortable too. For a sports bike, I sat on it. You are perched on the top of it a little bit, not too much. It doesn't feel as aggressive as, say, a R6. The brakes are amazing. This is the non-ABS version. And if this is anything to go by, you don't need it. Yeah, baby. That sound from that Two Brothers back box is sublime. Little backs and pops when you're down gearing. But if you want a bike that can truly handle, look at this. And this is a contender. There's no slipper clutch, there's no quick shifter, there's no ABS, there's no traction control. It's just you and the machine, and you do feel that, especially when you start pushing the limits of or pushing your limits, I should say. That sound though, whew, orgasmic. This is a real road sports bike. That mid-range just makes everything so cruisy. You can just cruise into the corners, nice and smooth, power, cruise into the next corner, power. It's just, you don't really have to push it that hard to get some decent speed out of her and get some enjoyment. You still get that feeling of going fast. You don't have to be hanging off the bloody bike. But if you want to, you can. So real road riding terms, this is spot on for your everyday cruising around. I say that, sport bike cruising around. And you're going to be the envious of all your mates. Let's face it, Triumphs, they are sexy, and now they've stopped making them. This is a future classic in the making. No one's going to disagree with that one. Woohoo! Any mods that you should do, you can pretty much leave this as it is. You don't need to upgrade the brakes. You don't need to do anything. What would be a nice little touch would be putting a quick shifter on it, but that's just for a little bit more enjoyment. You got that lightweight, whoa, lock up the back wheel. Ooh, scary. Brakes are a little bit sharp. The rear brake, a little bit sharp. Didn't even realise I was locking it up until last minute.